I love the podcast, but prefer the episodes that relate more to the younger teenagers. When did the 13 Again podcast change to becoming a promotion for the Max and Harvey brand? Harvey originally said it was Tilly's podcast about being 13. Will Tilly even be on the next season of the podcast once you drop your new music? When Harvey's talking about himself needing downtime and being busy, he doesn't take into account that Tilly has been in school all day, has homework, and usually has rehearsals too. Teenagers watching this will relate to Tilly if they already have busy schedules and parents/siblings who dismiss them like Harvey did.
Let's go. Now. Go.
It's time
To face! Oh god, that's...
the Philip. Do you want to know who Philip is?
I want to get on.
I'm getting on. That's my question.
We're just
Do you
straight
want
in.
Tell me who Philip
Who's
is.
Philip?
So, have you guys ever lost yourselves in a loophole of TikTok lives?
No.
No.
Okay, I did it for...
TikTok search bar, yes.
I did it for the second time. I really don't scroll through lives that much, but last night I gave it a go.
Sounds like you do.
No, and but no.
And then when we said no, he decided
I
he doesn't
splashed
do it
out
often.
this time, and sorry in advance, I spent some money. But I don't know how the coins work.
So I bought us some coins actually recently so that we could gift people because...
I spent some of them.
How many?
Anyway.
Oh no.
So, luckily, I did not give too many to Philip. Philip, there were some great things that I saw. There were these guys somewhere in Africa doing wonderful dances.
Yep.
They took a lot of our money.
I'm okay with that.
They were phenomenal. Just fantastic. I've forgotten their names. I feel bad. Philip, however. Philip is a man, best guess, between 60 and 70. Bro was topless, first of all. And so I was like, okay.
How's that got
So
past?
you just went, okay, yeah, coin.
No, hang on.
Get this man some coin.
I'm getting there. Because I was on the live and I'm nothing but supportive in the comments because, you know, we've got to watch our backs. I'm not a negative person anyway.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm always supportive towards people. I was being stupendously supportive
When he
towards
knows he's
Philip.
being watched.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was being nice, sort of said hi, was like, I'm so here for this, Philip.
How many people
Brilliant.
were watching, roughly?
50
Okay, that's good.
kind of thing.
Solid numbers.
And so Philip then, he read out my comment. I was like, great, I've been noticed by Philip. And so, but after he read out my comment, he went, you could gift, Max. And I was like, I've never been threatened like that before. However,
Doesn't
Philip,
sound like a threat.
I shall bite. I sent him one rose. And then what happened was everyone started thirsting quite largely for Philip in the comments. And all I did, right, was say in the chat, damn, chat be thirsty for Philip.
Yeah.
That was it. We are now blocked by Philip.
That's... Wow.
I genuinely sat there and laughed for about a minute. It was ridiculous. I didn't know why that resorted to us getting blocked by him. I don't know how many people we're blocked by on TikTok, but we are blocked by Philip. He does not like us.
Well, you seem to just have like the strongest will in the world to ruin TikTok live streams, not only for us, but for anything we touch.
I was doing so
apparently.
well everywhere else.
Like,
I was having a field day. Everyone was
Yeah, he was just
loving
going,
the little...
yeah, Rose. Yeah, Rose.
Exactly.
Yeah, Rose.
Brilliant. It's addictive. It's not good.
Yeah, well, I got someone who was rapping once to say our name in a rap.
Nice.
But because when it comes up, it says Max and Harvey official. It's like the and Harvey bit tails off. So she was like, Max and who? Like, in her rap, which was really funny. She was like quite a good freestyle rapper as well.
Yeah.
But she was also a dancing pickle. So it was like the best thing ever. I'll have to show you this another time.
Can I track back a little bit though? How much did you spend
on the person that...
on the
Said-
coins? Because there was like 3,000.
Yeah, that's like 30 quid.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. I don't know.
Not bad.
It's
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how much
So
it
it was
was.
like 1p per rose.
I don't know, I'll be honest. It might be, I might have lied. It might be more than that. I don't know how much I bought.
I'm going to check up on that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey,
Anyway,
you're the one that spent them.
No, true, but they were there. I was just like, yep.
it's a good job that we were talking about TikTok live streams because I recently have acquired some intel. And I wonder if you can maybe guess what that intel is. But we have a very talented statistics analyst in our fandom that goes by the name of Rosie Reader, aka Book Me Harder.
Okay.
This person usually tells us how long of the episodes we have of the podcast and, you know, the duration of time that we've recorded.
You're not about to tell me that she's got a stat on the live stream.
She's got stats on how many live streams we've done,
Oh my God.
who's done the most, and how long
Max has done the
every
most.
person has been in a live stream.
Nah, that's not okay.
I swear. So I'm about to tell you
It could be
the
fake,
length
though.
of time.
It could be fake.
No, it's not, because she even said the times are approximate, but they're mostly accurate. So
That's
like,
fair enough.
they're-
Like, you've got to back that at the
Could
Yeah,
end.
still
yeah.
be fake.
it's not, and I'm about to
It's
read
gonna
them
be
to you.
within the minutes.
So it's from July 2024. So we've got over 6 months, probably 8 or 9 months worth
my
of
God.
information. And can we guess, first of all, who's done the most live
Max.
streams?
I don't know. It might be me, but like it's
But
between
the
me
way
and
the
you.
way
Yeah,
Harvey's
yeah.
It is between me
smirking,
and
it
you.
makes me think it might be Harvey.
Oh,
This is the thing. I don't notice when he goes live because I'm not checking my phone, and he notices when I go live.
So then he has to one up.
because I'm always having to do clean up on whatever Max has said.
So it leads me to believe that over the last 6 months, though,
Who would you have guessed?
he's been more predominant. Wait, what are we guessing?
I
What are we
would
guessing.
Who's done the most live streams? So I'll tell you now.
Me.
We have done a total of 104 live streams
Jesus.
since July
So I would say
2024.
most me, but most time on them is probably you.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
So Max has done the most with 88 live streams
Go!
out of 104.
Go! 88!
I've obviously done the second most with 83.
That's
So
not
I've
bad.
only 5 less
Yeah,
than
yeah,
you. Tilly has done 45 live streams.
That's not bad.
44 too many.
Dobby has done 36 live
Big
streams.
up, Dob.
So less than Tilly, but not doing bad. Yeah, he
Please
is actually.
do, feel free.
In fact, recently,
By the way,
he's
Dobby said, I'm coming for you, Tilly.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that.
yeah, and then Leo has done 18 live streams.
Damn, he's catching you up, by the way.
In terms
he's
of
not.
hours, and again,
Yeah, I think
so
you win,
when I
yes.
was adding these up, because I had to take all of the numbers and add them up, I rounded up or down based on, because I couldn't be bothered to do the exact amounts. You've done 75 hours,
70. Oh my God.
and that is the most.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go! I am the live stream champion, and I don't even really use social media. You're welcome.
I've done 59 hours. Tilly's done
Wait.
32.
75.59.
Yeah.
That's too much.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you sit there for like an hour
I
on
do,
your
I
own.
do, yeah.
Yeah, because Leo's got 12 hours. That's actually kind of impressive.
That is impressive. Damn.
I've got
yeah.
59, Tilly's got 32, and Dobby's got 19. So there's only 7 hours between Dobby and Leo, but lots of live streams between them.
Because
damn.
Dobby sometimes comes
Dobby just
for
disappeared.
10
Yeah.
minutes and then goes.
So yeah, I thought that was quite interesting.
That's a really fun stat. I am. Thank you so much, Rosie Reader.
And actually,
I do
we
appreciate
can also
that.
go a little bit deeper. Oh, it's in my camera roll. Hang on.
By the way, for people who don't know, we go live on TikTok.
Yes, we go live on TikTok. So in
we.
in February, yeah, that's what I'm about to get
40,
to.
46,
In
sorry, 45.
in February, Tilly's done 3 live streams and Leo's done 6.
Ooh, February Leo's beating you.
Oh.
February, Leo has less to do than me.
That is true. I'll give you
Also,
that.
in December, Leo did 4 and Tilly did 3.
Ooh, that's our birthday month, Tills.
Oh, I was doing Panto that month.
That's a
But
good
that
point.
that is those are the only months where Leo's done more than Tilly. Everywhere
Yeah,
else,
fair.
Tilly's done more.
You've got decent excuses. I'll give you that, Tills.
So you did well.
Thanks.
Good job. Good job live streaming.
Could still be more.
Putting the hours in.
You realise that Leo getting more than me really doesn't affect me. I'm glad
Hey,
he's finding
Tills,
something
Tills.
to do with his life.
Tills, we're just having a laugh here at Max and Harvey and Co.
Feel free to subscribe.
And
Your Co.
Co, I'm not Co.
Coco the Clown.
Bringing that back. Rewind. That was good. I liked that. But feel free to subscribe so that you don't miss the almighty time or moment, I guess, when we bring Leo onto the podcast, and
It's
Could
just-
happen
it's
at
not
any
happening.
moment.
you
It
never
could
know
happen.
So you
when it's
know.
going to happen. But please do subscribe. Also, welcome to the 13 Again podcast. We've waited way too long to
Yeah,
do
we
that.
didn't intro
But
it.
just in case you don't know us, I'm Harvey. That's Max, and that over there is Tilly. She's 13.
And I always get introduced last.
Yeah, because you're the save the
Most
best to
important-
last.
Save the best till last.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
yeah.
do. I always
And
give
Dobby.
you and Dobby, but I always give you a bit more. I give you a bit more oomph, don't I? I give it. It's like and Tilly, like you're the star of the show. You know.
Daily.
I'm trying to help. I'm trying to be nice. Do you not?
Thank
Do you not
you.
appreciate that? I could
I
take it
do.
elsewhere if you don't like it.
Take what elsewhere? My name.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised you didn't say Tilly Masu.
yeah, that's a better name. And please subscribe and like the video as well because it helps
We're
us
actually
massively.
quitting if we don't get to
100k by your
by my birthday.
So yeah,
And that's in a month. In 2 days.
and we
3
can
days, 3
see
days.
who doesn't subscribe. We can see every single individual name of the people who are watching and aren't subscribing. So figure it out. Anyway, we last week went to Cats Protection, and I wanted to talk about this because it's a charity that is near and dear to both mine and Max's and now Tilly's hearts. She's not been
And
as
Dobby.
involved in the past. Yes, and Dobby.
Dobby loves this shit.
But frankly, he's off camera, and if we keep referencing him, I'm going to lose my mind because we'll
love
get
you,
him a camera
Dobby.
for the next season. But Cats Protection are great. We've been doing work with them for years, just helping out here and there and trying to spread awareness about helping cats get rehomed because cats do need adopting. You can't always just get a cat as a kitten. I think it's important to try and adopt where you can if you're able.
And they don't make very good burgers, so it's got to be rehomed.
That yeah, we're not going to put that in the charity reel. But anyway, yeah. So we went to visit Cats Protection. We met some amazing cats. This one cat called Davy who had one eye and was the friendliest guy in the world, but apparently was a little bit food angry in the way that he would just not angry. I think angry is a bad word. Food aggressive, I guess.
Yeah.
In which he would just take food if he even got near it, and that was, I guess, the reason that he needed rehoming was that he needed someone that was a little bit more able to take on that level of cat.
Tills, who was your favourite cat from the day?
I had 3.
Okay.
Oh wow,
Ziggy, Davy.
Ziggy.
Ziggy was a little.
Oh, I remember.
erratic.
Yeah.
And the one that bit me.
Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah,
You liked the one that bit you.
Yeah, because he didn't bite me on purpose.
It was like a
We were-
nibble,
we were
not like
playing.
a-
No, not like a bite. I didn't
Yeah.
mean like a bite. I didn't. Yeah, but like it was like a we were playing. kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But that's just how I remember him because
But we absolutely loved going around, and we were devastated that we couldn't adopt a cat ourselves because we do
maybe
desperately
soon.
want to. But I was going to ask you and you,
Mm-hmm.
do we come up with a ploy to just give Sarah and Paul no option?
Well,
because-
the thing is, I don't think weirdly Dad cares as much as Mum does.
No, he does.
He definitely
He
He's
told
the
me he
one.
didn't.
He cares more. So Mum is finding a good reason to not have to have another cat, but Dad is the driving force of Mum finding that reason. If she didn't need to find a reason, she probably would have just buckled and let us get another cat.
The problem is that we reckon Pingu, our cat who we currently have, might not take too well to a new cat, especially if it's not a kitten.
She is a little bit antsy, to be fair.
Yeah, but she's a lovely cat, Pingu. She is very well behaved and very well trained, but she just gets a little bit defensive when something else that she doesn't know comes into her house, which is understandable.
And sorry to bring it up, but if we'd have been left with Curly, we'd have had 5 more cats, and we'd be putting them all against Curly at this
Yeah,
point because
yeah.
he is hilarious.
He
with
wouldn't
anything.
care. Yeah.
But
Well, he loves other cats.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah. But so yeah, I think we do need to figure out a way that maybe we'll do like a PowerPoint presentation like I did that one time I wanted a snake.
That didn't work though.
Didn't work. But you were really against the snake as well, which I don't think helped.
Yeah. Well, it was just me and Dad though. It wasn't Mum and Dad.
For anyone who doesn't know, because I don't think we posted this, I once wanted a snake because someone needed
didn't post
to
it.
rehome a snake. And so I made a PowerPoint
It
presentation.
wasn't bad though. It was Mum's friend who was moving out of a house and downsizing and didn't have enough room. So
Yeah, they
kind of
needed to give the
say-
snake to a
they
better
told
home.
Mum that they would be like giving up, and Mum was like, "Oh," told the boys, and then they decided they wanted it.
Yeah. And
he was the driving force behind the snake. I would have been fine with a snake. I just didn't want it to have to look after it. Basically.
oh, I would have absolutely loved a snake. I'm just devastated that you couldn't be more fun. But these things happen. It's fine.
I do not care. You can say whatever you want to guilt trip me.
Why don't
I
you like
care.
snakes?
Have you ever looked at a snake?
I've seen plenty of snakes.
And have you ever seen one in real life?
Yes, held
Yeah.
around my neck.
Yeah, but that's different because they're
Massive
trained.
anaconda.
They're
No,
kind
can't really
of.
train a snake.
Yeah, you can. If you can train a cat, you can train a
Sit. Maybe roll over.
Well, they can't sit though, can they?
Can't really do paw, can it?
That's like telling a cat with no limbs to sit.
I think a cat with no limbs,
Sorry.
you turn into burgers at that
no.
point.
Oh my god, why was it with you and cats and burgers? They don't. That's not a
No,
thing.
I mean no arms and no legs.
Yep, that's Nugget Cat that you're currently describing.
Yeah.
Can we move on from this?
You can't teach that to sit, can you? That's a snake.
I feel like if you're trying to teach a cat with no limbs tricks at all, you're a bad person.
Listen, I want to circle back just to cover this. If you like cats and you're looking at adopting a cat, please check out Cats Protection. This isn't like an ad or anything. We're not being paid to say this. We just care about the charity.
And they're actually very good at matching cats with homes. as
Yes, they're really good at figuring out based on your household and who's there and what you've already got, whether you've got dogs or cats or whatever it is, which type of cat would be best for you.
Because even us talking about Pingu, they were they literally said that they had some cats in mind and stuff.
Yeah.
And that even though we didn't even say that we would get one, they were like, if you do want one, we literally have some in mind. If you ever wanted one.
So we've got
brilliant.
plenty of cats at Cats Protection.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about that.
They've always got new cats coming in. So yeah, please go and do that.
If you are looking to maybe give up your cat or don't want your cat anymore, I would suggest giving it to Cats Protection.
That's better than leaving it on the side of the road.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's a good thing to say. I wanted to move on slightly because we had a really interesting comment on the last podcast.
Okay.
That I wanted to read out and then get your opinion on.
Oh God, here we go.
So,
This is an end of episode comment shout out, is it?
no, it's not. We've got another one of those. That's fine. Don't worry about it. So the comment said, I love the podcast, but prefer the episodes that relate more to the younger teenagers. When did the 13 Again podcast change to becoming a promotion for the Max and Harvey brand? Harvey originally said it was Tilly's podcast about being 13. Will Tilly even be on the next season of the podcast once you drop your new music? When Harvey's talking about himself needing downtime and being busy, he doesn't take into account that Tilly has been in school all day, has homework, and usually has rehearsals too. Teenagers watching this will relate to Tilly if they already have busy schedules and parents/siblings who dismiss them like Harvey did.
From Tilly Mills.
Yeah, this says Tilly Mills commented that.
Why are you commenting that on our
Whoever
podcast?
commented that, I want to be your best friend.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not sure you do. That sounds like
No, because the reason I wanted to read it was because there is some legs to it.
There is a lot of legs to it.
There's a lot to defend though as well, but I want you to take this first because I don't want to sway your response to that in any way. So what do you think they've got right,
I
basically?
kind of missed the end bit.
It was just that he doesn't take into account that Tilly's been in school all day, has homework, and usually has rehearsals too. Teenagers watching this will relate to Tilly if they also have busy schedules and parents/siblings who dismiss them like Harvey did. Do you feel like I dismissed you?
When? I don't know.
I don't even know. I feel, well, that's what I'm saying is that I don't feel like I've ever dismissed you.
I feel like you have.
I wasn't even involved. You didn't. No. Nope.
But
Yeah, but they said siblings/parents.
so what
You
do you
are
think?
a sibling, are you not?
This is about you and Harvey.
And
What-
siblings and parents.
Well, what do you think we can do to steer this down a better path then, if we're making the mistake of talking about ourselves too much?
I think Tilly should talk more.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I do try. I can't lie. I mean, a second ago
Do
you just
you,
went
though?
on a tangent, and I was like,
Which is
I
which
just-
is fair enough. I think let's do this counselling here.
Yeah, there we go.
I do think you talk too much.
I agree.
I think you overdo it, and I think you get carried away sometimes. However, majority of the time, it keeps us going, and it's very beneficial, and it provides good content.
Thanks, man.
There's your piece.
God, here we go.
You absolutely do try on occasion to pitch in. The problem with it is it's not consistent enough for us to... What? I'm trying to help. It's not consistent enough for us to figure out your rhythm. Because we
I don't have a rhythm.
Hang on.
I'm a free woman in a free country.
Over how long have we been doing this? 9
months, roughly.
Fuck off.
Years.
Our career.
I thought you meant the podcast.
9 years, roughly, that we've been doing
it's about
this.
11 months.
What
No?
me and Harvey...
No,
The
about
podcast,
9 months.
it says 9 months.
I was thinking of my birthday. We didn't start. after
Yeah.
my birthday.
What me and Harvey have subconsciously been doing for the past 9 years is listening to each other and understanding where we can slot our stuff in. So I must admit it's tricky for you. You've got to let me finish.
Case
though.
A.
You've got to let me finish because, and I've been thrown off now. I'm so annoyed. Shit. give
We
me a
know how to
second.
slot into each other's
Yes.
sentences.
It's trickier because we've already got our rhythm going, so you now have to fit yourself into that. So you have to try even harder to actively listen and figure out where your insert is and how to take control of it.
I can't hold my breath for any longer.
but you
got
did
this.
great.
Your turn.
See the difference between 9 years and 9 months?
Uh-huh. And if you took the first episode of the podcast and then watched this one, you would be talking probably... I wish she did statistics for how much Tilly talks in the podcast.
It'd be like
But
2%.
it would go like that. The graph would climb up because you are getting so much better at figuring out when to slot in, but also figuring out when to like make jabs at like a time that doesn't then disrupt the conversation as eloquently done there. But yeah, I think the one thing I wanted to say to defend
This was
myself.
not about that comment though. I thought this was about like.
This was mainly
dismissing that-
about. I prefer the episodes that relate more to the younger teenagers. When did the 13 Again podcast change to becoming a promotion for Max and Harvey? Now, what I will
Bit of a
say, this podcast was absolutely created because we wanted to lift Tilly up and showcase her. However, this podcast was created because Max and I wanted to do a podcast. So as much as Tilly is the main character and the main subject of this podcast, I would also argue that it's obvious almost that we did this for us as much as we did it for Tilly.
Also, fuck you. We pay for this.
My time,
Yeah,
my
fair,
money.
fair.
Okay, and that's fair enough. But I don't want this to get too hostile because it's not. And
That'd be aggressive,
yeah. But I just think like we'd be lying if we came out and sort of said we're doing this exclusively for Tilly, because we're not. We're, everyone on social media does something to either promote their brand or to grow their brand or to get, out there and succeed in the things that they love doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so as much as it is absolutely for Tilly, and I mean, your socials have just skyrocketed since we started this podcast.
Have they or have they not?
They have.
Yeah. It also massively benefits us because that's like part of it. And so obviously that's why we do it. But go on. Have you got something to say?
No, it's just the way you talk is very predictable.
Yeah.
Like you have a rhythm and the way you talk, and I just kind of move my head along to it because I know how you talk, and it just I can fit my head in.
But now you've got to actively listen to what he's saying so that you can respond.
Because you'll always know when I'm wrapping up because my tone ends a very similar way every
but
single time.
I hope you guys wait, no. I don't think you guys understand that after you talk for a while, I stop listening. And that's why I changed the subject.
That's fair.
It's fair enough, and because you have to listen to us a lot, even off camera, so it's understandable. But what I will say is on an absolute professional level, and this is where it's not harsh, I promise, but it's going to sound a bit harsh. You got to get over that, and you've got to listen to us because that's the job at the end of the day, and you need to figure out how you can actively listen and not just zone out until it's your turn, kind of thing. But what would you... Going back to sort of more of what this person's saying, what would you want to bring to the podcast and have as your sort of, thing to make it a bit more about you? Because I absolutely agree. It should be, more of a shared thing. I personally don't think we have to favour Tilly or have to favour you or have to favour me. It happens how it happens. But what I do think we can do is, lean more towards you to allow conversation topics that you would drive. So what Can you think of anything off the top of your head? You don't have to.
Not really.
And there you have it.
And that's the final thing I wanted to cover, is that actually Max and I have been working for so long of our lives now that we're used to being in this routine of like, we just come back from a recording session in London and we're recording this podcast now. In my mind, that equates to a day of school. As much as it's not maybe as like dull and annoying as school because you don't like school, we like recording.
I was gonna say you're doing what you enjoy.
Yeah,
though,
but it's still work and it's still stressful. So my point being is that we come back and we've got to do a podcast, but I spent my time in the car prepping for the podcast and like sorting things out and getting things done. So I know how it's going to run when we come into this. You don't. And that's not your fault. You're 13. We don't expect that from you. But then naturally what's going to happen is we're going to have 10 times more to talk about. You just want to be able to slot yourself in, yap for a bit and then leave. That's like your ideal scenario almost. The more you have to think, the more effort it takes.
You even admitted to it when we were talking about you and your friend Isabel, that you yap a lot and she'd know a lot about you because of how much you talk. Am I right?
Yap Central over here. The Yap Meister.
Yapathon.
Big Yap.
Yapish. Sorry. Right.
And then the comment right underneath that said, sitting clothes, why is Harvey so relatable? So
Don't agree with that
just to wrap that segment up.
You said you had something that you wanted to bring up before we started this filming of the podcast. What on earth could that be?
So I have talked to you about this before, but basically I posted a video. I don't know how long ago now. Probably like it was this month, 2 weeks ago maybe, and it was of me, my friend Kelsey, and my friend Ben. Now we're all theatre kids.
Say a little bit for you.
Yes,
I'd like
we're
that
all
video.
theatre kids, and so it was my friend Luke's birthday, and we were all there at a party, and it was just like we said, what's the dress code, and he was like, just disco. So I've got two things I want to say about this.
Okay, yeah.
The first thing is I was wearing well, go to my page to see what I was wearing, because I don't really want to describe it, and it's also quite hard to describe.
Tube top.
Yeah, and jeans. But
Difficult.
Yeah.
but like if you want to actually see what it looked like, then you can go to my Instagram or TikTok.
Do you
It
wanna
was
tell
what we
them the handle. Handle.
Tilly's here too on TikTok and _ Tilly Mills on Instagram, because I know it better than Tilly does. That's the only reason I did it and she didn't.
Well, you were also about to stop talking.
I was, only because we unboxed it, didn't we?
Yes.
On that video. That was the same top. Yeah.
Anyway, first of all, people in the comments, so I was that dance, and then I did another dance with my friend Ella May, and people were like, oh, I wonder what Max and Harvey think of this outfit. Oh, I'm sure Max and Harvey weren't happy with this outfit. I don't care.
Oh!
Like, they're like, you guys act like they're actually my dad. Like, no offense, I don't really care.
A lot of people are very supportive as well, though, to be fair. I
Yeah.
can imagine, because I never saw any of these comments. I mean, I don't really surf
They
your
were on your
comment
main
section.
Instagram.
Oh, true. Yeah, because you don't have any comments on TikTok. But I don't really look through your comments ever. I have no reason to. So I wouldn't have seen any of this. But was it like a couple or like a lot that said this? Or
It was only a couple, but I was just like, there was quite a few going, yeah, I want to get their reaction or reaction video. Like, it's not that interesting. They're just like, yeah, cool.
But
Good for
again,
you.
like you see when we post like the video where we were ranking your prom dresses, people love seeing what we think about that, and I think there's always going to be that intrigue of whether or not we're like defensive about
Yeah.
it or.
Also, I've certainly seen enough of your Instagram. You don't overstep any boundaries as a 13-year-old. You're not,
Thanks.
showing too much skin or whatever. Trust me, you'd know if
hate
you were,
that,
because
I hate that.
I hated that
Sorry.
sentence as well.
I'd tell you, I'd be like, Tilly, time to put some goddamn clothes on.
I hate that as well.
Wrap
I'm
you up
sorry.
like a
You don't want to be told what to do.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just like, I don't even like thinking about that. Like, could you imagine if I had to have my brother tell me that I didn't have enough clothes on?
I think that's really cringe as
Like-
well. Actually, like I'm almost not too awkward to say it because I don't think I could not say anything to you.
Yeah.
But like, it would just be like uncomfortable that I had to say it
Yeah.
almost.
I will tell you if you don't
Oh, I
have enough
know you
clothes
will.
on. I will say. He
The
won't
thing
because
is-
he's too
The
awkward.
thing is, Leo would as well, but Leo would do it in the most weird way
Leo
you can
would
imagine.
actually
Yeah.
be annoying about it. I
Yeah.
would say it
I don't
in
even think.
like
No, I think she's more accurate. He'd do it in a really sort of weird way where he's like, I don't
Like
know,
even the other
like he's
day,
trying to sell her a watch.
even the
quite
other
a
day
good
when I had
analogy.
that outfit on, he was like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "To a party."
He's so uncomfortable, isn't he? It's just
Because
sort
like
of.
the thing is, Mum and Dad were both sat in the room, and they were like, "Oh, nice," and he was like, "So where are you going?"
He'll do it in the best way as well. He'll like stand at the end of the hall in the darkness, and you'll just hear his
Silhouette.
voice a bit. Who the fuck is that in my house? Oh yeah, my
And
brother.
He was like, "What's the outfit?" And I was like, "So, would you like me to run you through where I got it from, or just what it is, or what do you want to know?"
Yeah.
And he was like, well, what's the dress code? And I was like, disco. Would you like to come?
Where's your afro? Where's your rainbow leotard? I don't know.
You're
What did they
doing
do in
great.
the?
Something like that disco.
Oh, right.
Luckily for you, I am very matter of fact. I do not really ever beat around the bush when it comes to telling
Luckily
people
for
things.
me or unlucky
I
for
would
me?
say it's lucky because unlike, how Leo would approach it or other people would approach it, it would probably bring more
I don't think anyone approaches it how Leo approaches it.
Yeah, no. It would probably bring more doubt into your mind about it and not good doubt either. Whereas with me saying it, it's like you
It's
might
just
just
all
go,
bad doubt.
actually, he's kind of right. Or you could just go,
Yeah.
no, I disagree. And at that point, who am I to say?
She's
I
going to
can-
start rebelling, and it's going to be your fault.
No, because I'm not going to make you do anything. I'll tell you what I think. You then act on what I tell you. I'm not going to make you do stuff. That's
You
mean.
then act on what I
She'll
tell
she'll
you.
just stop coming to you for your opinion. The second she stops liking your opinion,
Well, I suppose, yeah. But I've done all right so far, I think.
I don't know.
Better than Mum.
That's possible. But actually, no, I would argue that our mum is very, very good at making sure we don't like stop telling her things because she knows when she's starting to overstep boundaries, I think. And like, would you disagree?
I'm confused.
I'm a bit confused.
So like if there's something that she feels like she wants to know about, like whether we're going somewhere or we're doing something or whatever, she won't push it because she knows that we'll hide more from her. If we feel like our personal space
She
is
doesn't
being
ask me
invaded.
anything. What does she ask you?
Well,
guys?
you're still at an age where she
used to
knows
be
what
really
you're
bad,
doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
with us.
She's gotten a lot better now at just being at peace with not having to know everything, but then giving us the opportunity to give her information where we see fit.
We'd go out with mates and she'd want to know the mums' names of the mates.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, Mum,
and get their mum's phone numbers.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
that's insane.
That was when we were your age, by the way.
Yeah.
So you're lucky.
I mean, she probably just already has all of her mates' mum's phone numbers
True.
because she just goes and gets them herself nowadays rather than trying to get them through us. We were talking about Leo earlier, and just on the subject of brothers, we got this comment, and I want to do this every now and again. I did it maybe a couple of episodes ago where we just explain something that people may not know that's obvious to us, but maybe not obvious to new viewers. Because Elena Panagu asked, "Isn't Dobby your brother?" in all caps.
Yes, he is.
And to answer that truthfully, no,
Yeah.
he is not.
Yes.
He's adopted.
He is.
He is here genuinely more than our actual brother is, because our actual brother goes to boarding school.
Dobby
and I
is
prefer
our actual
him
brother.
more than our actual brother.
Harsh. that is harsh.
But true. That is
but
true.
only because you've sort of had the ability to grow a distaste for Leo over the years that you possibly couldn't for Dobby, both because he wouldn't cross any boundaries and also you wouldn't, whereas Leo has no
To
care.
be fair, he does lie to me a lot nowadays.
Who's Dobby?
What have you lied about?
What are you lying about, Dobby?
Whenever you two used to lie, I'd go to him, and now I don't know if I can trust him.
Oh, damn, you've lost Tilly's trust.
Dobby just likes messing with everyone, though, so it's not a personal thing. He's just
don't take
a
it
menace
personally.
within himself.
I just
So-
used to be able to trust him.
Well, we all are, Dob. We can't get away from that, I'm afraid. But yeah,
By
no,
the way, I
Dobby.
didn't finish what I was saying.
Yeah,
earlier.
you had a second point, I think.
Yeah.
Let's
About
go.
Well,
what?
I kind of moved on. Basically, I was talking about the TikTok with me, Ben, and Kelsey.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god,
Yes.
we're back.
Well, because we moved so far on.
Yeah.
We got there.
So because everyone in the comments was like, what do you mean the boys in your year aren't it? Blah, blah, blah. And everyone's saying that. And then literally one person went, he's so handsome. And I kind of threw up in my own mouth a little
everyone's
bit.
obsessing over Ben.
I was like talking to Ben about it. And I was like, I think I might have to say something about it. Because 1, Ben is in year 10. 2, he's my very good friend who I've known for 3 years now.
You're year 9?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's year 10.
Right. Okay.
Did I not say that? Did I say he's
No,
year
you
10?
did. You did. It was just I was trying to remember which year you were in.
Yeah, and I was like, because I didn't want to have to reply to, because there weren't a lot of comments about it, but quite a few people were like, what do you mean the boys in your year aren't it? Like, blah, 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 blah.
Well,
And he doesn't even go to my school either.
He's not in your year, so
Exactly.
I guess that
So
works.
I just thought I would say something about it because I didn't want to reply to all the comments. And I also thought it would bring peace to Ben and I. Just to say something.
Well, go Ben.
Yeah.
You made that sound at the end, by the way, like you and Ben are in a relationship.
We're not.
Which I'm very aware that you're not.
We're not.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
besties.
That'd have been funny if you were.
Ben's my bestie. Do you get it? BB. Bestie Ben.
That
No.
did not even remotely occur to me because I'm a 22-year-old man.
Yep, same.
So,
I don't know if I would call you a man.
thanks, man. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Baby.
Now, pause. You fucking nailed that, bro.
All right. Yeah, it was very entertaining.
Carry on.
We can leave that in if you want. Clap for Tilly.
I'm really confused.
Even Dobby's
Always
clapping.
clapping. It was a good story.
Oh,
Great
thanks.
story. Great telling. Didn't linger on anything. Didn't make us want to kill ourselves.
Perfect.
Everything was perfect. I think that last bit was just for me. But yeah, sorry, I'm going to do the comment shout out now because each week we do a shout out for someone in the comments. So feel free to leave a comment and if you're going to leave a comment, like the video as well.
While you're there, you might as well subscribe.
And you might as well subscribe. I'm going to do 2 because one of them's a question and then the other one's just nice. So the first one is to Baby Girlism, who says, I love the podcast so much and I have a question for Tilly. What's your ideal type of partner? I bet her standards are pretty high with Max and Harvey as her brother. Now, I know you've answered this
That's her brother.
before. Yeah, her brother's... Sorry, I didn't even realize that. But you've kind of answered this before, but time changes things. You might have developed a bit more of an idea of what you'd like in a partner, whether it be a colour of eyes even, or like a type of thing that they're
I feel like
into.
colour of eyes doesn't really, colour of hair doesn't really matter. But like the look of the hair does.
Okay, so what kind of style of hair are we going for?
Scruffy, neat, long, short.
Like in between your guys's.
Interesting. Okay. So like
Not
longer
a buzz.
than his, but sort of more kempt.
Yeah, and like not the same hair. You guys have the same haircut, but just one's longer and one's shorter.
Yeah, I guess technically.
I need to get mine buzzed again, to be fair.
I'm getting mine cut tomorrow.
You got yours cut the other day, I
It
swear.
was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But yeah, so okay, the hair we have a rough idea of. What would you say in terms of like their future aspirations you'd want? Would you want someone with a similar career to you or something
Yeah.
just completely different?
probably
'cause-
similar.
I would maybe argue that in some ways completely different would be better, only if it's like still something that you could work with location well, if that makes sense.
Like similar, but not the exact same.
Yeah. So like in entertainment.
Yeah,
And what's
maybe like singer or something.
you would want to go out with a
wouldn't-
singer?
I wouldn't really want an actor because like they do like kissing scenes and stuff.
Interesting that you bring that up. So that you'd struggle with that.
Like I wouldn't struggle with it, but I'd just be a bit like,
It's reasonable. There's nothing wrong with that.
and like, but like when you say struggle, it seems like I'd be like in a room crying. That
No, but like struggle as
I
in
think
just
it made
like
me
it
a
would
little
make
bit
you
uncomfortable,
uncomfy,
but,
which you never want to feel with your partner who you care
Yeah.
about. You don't want to suddenly go, oh,
I'd also want them to be taller than me. Just putting it out there.
that's
now.
fair enough. And you've set a little bit of a high bar, but I'm sure you'll be all right.
What are you now, like 5'2"?
5'1".
No, that's not too bad actually.
Pretty small.
Schmoll.
Small.
But I can quite easily see you having someone taller than you, that not being a problem. Anything else like
Not big feet.
Strange request.
what?
Like size 9, size 10.
Why does that matter?
Why does
Because
that
I
matter?
trip over your guys' shoes every day.
Oh, fair enough.
And that's gonna be like a deciding factor.
No, but I'm just saying, in an ideal world, like a size 8 or 9.
I don't think
Or
I've
10.
ever heard someone say, I don't want a partner with big feet. for a plethora of reasons, but
Shut
we'll
up.
move on. Sorry. So other than that, you got the job, sort of. You got the look, sort of. Is there anything else we're missing in terms of like a type of a partner that you'd want?
Loyal.
Loyal, of course.
Yeah, and funny. If they're
funny.
not funny, I don't want
Funny's a
them.
good shout.
What about like time available? Because obviously everyone ideally wants someone to have all the time in the world for them. But
I wouldn't be bothered if I didn't get to see them every day.
okay, so you don't need someone there all the time, every single second of the day, like just watching you.
No.
That's good. I agree with that. So would you be then the same the other way around, or would you sort of make more of an effort to
Whatever
see
they
the person?
want, I guess.
So you're just laid back, chilled,
Yeah.
don't care. Would you be bothered if they like left you on, not read, but left your text for like a couple of hours and?
It like when you say a couple of hours, like 2 or 3 hours, but then when it gets to like 5, 6 hours, I'd be a bit like, come on, mate.
Okay, so you've got a limit on
Who
that.
else is better to be talking to?
Damn straight. She got wake up.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, I saw him dozing off, and I'm like, "You're not leaving.
Sorry,
you're not done."
Today is hitting me. I've done a lot of driving.
Yeah.
And,
But I'm still here, all right,
Yeah.
and I'm still kicking.
I contributed. I said something.
Yeah. So that's good. We've got your ideal partner, fellas. I've seen some people actually trying to pitch a relationship with Tilly in the comment sections of our videos. It's slightly terrifying.
Also, they just
I'll
have
get
to
ya.
have a nice looking face. I'm sorry, I have to put it out there now.
Game's a game. You got to set
I'm
your standards.
sorry.
Yeah. Symmetrical
And also
or
nice
just
teeth.
nice teeth. Yeah.
No, honestly, that's my most important. Is
We've
nice
probably
teeth.
said this
Definitely.
before.
Yeah.
I don't know why I forgot about that one, but definitely nice teeth.
Okay, well, I'm glad we answered that to the fullest extent. Now, the other comment shout out is to, I guess, a fan of Piastri, unless it's a coincidence. Piastri is his number 81. Yeah, so this is a this is a Piastri fan. Hey guys, don't have a question here, but I just wanted to say that you guys have actually helped me get through one of the toughest times in my life, and that was when I had a lung infection and needed to stay in the hospital. Your podcast episodes kept me thriving and optimistic during those times. I'm doing all right now, and I hope you guys know that you're helping a lot of people stay happy as well. And that, can I tell you, means a god-awful lot to us.
Yeah.
I know we talked about earlier, obviously, doing this podcast for us, because at the end of the day, everyone does everything for themselves in some way or another. But the fact that we're able to help other people whilst doing a self-serving thing is just like unbelievably gratifying and like a nice thing to be told. And we do see a lot of nice messages from you guys, a lot.
There's a lot of really good content on YouTube.
Yeah, we're amazed that you guys picked us. And
Thanks.
honoured that you picked us, because there is so much going on in the world. And the fact that you've chosen to spend your time with us is also just this insane honour. And we said earlier, Max and I have been doing this for 9 years now. And so is Tilly, sort of, in weird ways. She was barely conscious for the first couple of years, but now she's doing all right. But again, like
I'm more conscious than you.
we still, to this day, do not take for granted the fact that like it's mental that people care this much about us and spend this much time viewing our nonsense that we just put up on the internet because we find it entertaining. And yeah, just thank you, I guess, to all of you guys. This is a very nice way to wrap up the episode.
Stop crying.
I'm working on it. It's coming.
Tears.
And no, but we just not to make it weird or anything, but we do appreciate it. And I get a bit weird when I'm
so bad at
talking.
this,
I
I
get
love
weird
it.
when I'm talking about stuff like this because it actually means a lot to me, and I don't want to sort of sound like I'm in presenter mode. Yeah, I don't want to sound like I'm in presenter mode trying to
Harvey
say
doesn't have emotions.
I'm a sociopath. I can't
To be
function.
fair, who do you think was more emotional between the two of you?
About what? Just life.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I asked Mum this and she said you.
Doesn't matter what Mum said.
In what way
I
though?
asked
But
You
it kind
two.
of does because she's got an outlook on our entire lives.
Yeah, she probably knows us better than most people.
But
I-
you only used to cry when you had migraines.
Yeah.
That's all I remember you crying
No, it's not about crying though. It's about
Emotional availability.
yeah,
You're
it's
happy
just
a lot, I
overall.
guess.
I think there is a level to being emotional that also would mean like I feel guilt more than he possibly would. And that is an emotional thing because if I see someone that's like struggling or not necessarily an underdog, but like just needs help, I'm probably more likely to be like, okay, I hate this. This needs to stop. Whereas he'll just be like,
Kick him.
He's kind of, oh well, game's the game. Possibly also because like I sort of lucked out when I was younger, especially, and just switched off to everything, so nothing bothered me. Whereas you maybe might feel a little bit more like not hard done by, but like that's life. I think maybe that's your outlook more. Is like that's life. Oh well, shit
Do you ever
happens.
think that Max is crazy because we all say Leo's the middle child, but so is Max.
Max is definitely a middle child. 100%.
I never.
Max has the biggest middle child syndrome.
I never have it
of
in my
anyone.
head as Max as the middle
In fact,
child,
do you want me to read something?
Until I was like 5 or 6, I never knew which one of you was older.
I can't be the middle child because I'm better than you at everything.
Yeah. Let me read you something that I put on my subscriber story yesterday because I found it really funny. Where was it? Sorry, fill time while I try and find this.
Well, do you enjoy being the middle child? Because you are.
Oh, okay. I got this. Thanks, guys. You did a fucking great job of that.
I tried, and he didn't answer my question.
So someone asked me the question.
I tried.
Someone asked me the question. Any clue why Max hates Tilly all of a sudden? Right?
Thank you.
I said they're basically the same person emotionally and academically. They're bound to clash eventually. And then I said, also, yes, I believe Max is on the same emotional and academic level as a 13-year-old. A 13-year-old girl. You spend 22 years with him and tell me I'm wrong. So,
hey,
there we go.
I'm big enough to shrug that one off.
He's a big boy.
I will let you have that one. I will be real. I'm too
And
tired.
on that note, thank you so much for watching the podcast.
I feel
Please
like I should have said more.
like and subscribe, and we will give you 5 seconds to decide
wins.
whether or not you want to watch this video that's going to pop up on the screen now, and we're going to do a little dance for you while it
5,
happens.
4, 3.
God.